put on a brave face and hope that the cracks don't show.
I'm a gamer.
I'm that guy at work who won't stop quoting Caddyshack.
I'm Mark Twain, and this is Jurassic Park.
We are Binge Pipe!
Binge Pipe not only streams the highest quality programming other services passed on, but we also create original content based around our users' most frequent search terms. Please enjoy the following.
Coming soon, The Minister, a period drama about the turn-of-the-century British Prime Minister David Lloyd George.
That's it. I must create the Parliament Act to circumvent the House of Lords' objection to my social insurance budget plans.
Don't worry, like all period dramas, we've added a lot of sex.
When you say circumvent, do you mean go in from behind?
Why, Margaret Dreyer Robbins, if you were the president of the Women's Trade Union League, I'd say you were flirting with me.
You know what they say. What happens at the Paris Peace Conference will create complicated precedent which will inadvertently lead to World War II.
Oh, God. Use me like protective legislation.
Special Agent Benson is used to working under pressure.
2 minutes and counting, Benson.
Piece of cake. Let's rock and roll.
But he's about to face his greatest challenge.
No, I was afraid of that.
What's wrong?
Autofill is using my old address. Looks like I'll have to enter this manually.
Find out what happens when the world's best agent tries to order concert tickets.
Is the stop sign technically in the square?
10 seconds.
It looks like there's a sliver of the sign in this.
7.
It's too hard to tell.
5, 4.
That square's gotta count,
3,
right? Right?
2, 1.
Gulp.
Ryan Hannigan stars in The Checkout, streaming now exclusively on Binge Pipe.
Your phone or other device will function as your buzzer. Data informs us that this is fun.
Ring, 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 ring. Hi, it's me, Evan Jacover. You might remember me from Evan Jacover, Best Friend for Hire. Well, as it turns out, there's not a lot of money in the friendship business, so that's why I've decided to rebrand myself. Today, I'm proud to introduce my new business venture, Evan Jacover, Bad Boy for Hire. Does your classroom need someone in the back of the room to scoff at the teacher while resting their legs on a desk and wearing sunglasses? Is your party missing a mysterious and stoic stranger smoking in the corner? I might cough up a storm, but I'm up for the task. Does your small town need a lovable renegade who vandalizes the sheriff's office with washable paint? I can do all these things because I'm one bad boy. I'll wear a leather jacket that's a little too big on me. I'll ride one of those motorcycles that has 2 wheels in the front. I'll pull out a switchblade. That's really a comb. I'll do all these things because I'm the baddest of boys. Are you a woman who doesn't yet realize how strong and independent you are, so you think you need to be with a troubled soul? Well then call me, Evan Jacover, Bad Boy for Hire. Whew. I hope I don't really have to smoke.
Welcome back to the next Sound Effects star. Up next is Randall Smith, a contestant who has a powerful story about redemption.
My name is Randall Smith, and when I was 4 years old, my dad got killed by a cartoon character wielding a giant mallet. I was in the other room at the time and heard everything. From that point on, I decided to dedicate my life to turning sound effects into a positive force.
And here to present a piece he calls An Alpaca Making Love to a Fax Machine is Randall Smith.
This is for you, Dad.
Judges, what do you think?
I love what you're about, man, but I didn't quite feel that. The fax machine sounded more like a printer to me.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Randall, I love how inspiring your story is, but I have to agree. That sounded more like an alpaca having sex with a printer more than it did an alpaca making love to a fax machine. I'm out.
I disagree, but thanks.
These guys don't know what they're talking about. That really worked for me. You really took me there. It felt like I was actually watching an alpaca going to town on a fax machine. I'm in.
Congrats, Randall. We'll see you next week. Now, here performing a piece she calls A Wolfman Farting in a Bathtub is Alice Berry.
Binge Pipe courageously presents You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, a Crembles company. Names you can trust.
Welcome to the game. I'm Cookie Masterson, and a quick warning, if you are pregnant, you technically count as 2 players, so divide scores accordingly. I can just tell from your names that each of you is delightful company on a promenade. Okay, let's hit it.
Time for question 1.
Let's start with a hot cup of gold! I miss the World Cup. It's a time when a divided world can come together with the unified goal of getting very, very drunk. Which drink order best represents the country that has won the most men's World Cups? 3 cups of English tea, 4 cups of piping cold Spanish gazpacho soup, 5 cups of Brazilian caipirinha, or 10 cups of German Pilsner? Okay, what'd you pick? If I knew more about the actual sport, I could probably say something pretty funny here. As of 2018, Brazil has won 5 World Cups, more than any other team in the world. That's nothing really. There's been over 50 Super Bowls, and America has won every single one.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh, here's a good one. A nipple effect. Suppose I nickname my nipples the Duplass brothers. What should I call my shorter one? Mark, John, Jay, or Matt? What'd you guys pick? There's no easy way to put this. According to IMDb, Jay is 5'9" and Mark is 5'11". I went jogging the other day in a mesh top, so right now Jay and Mark look like they got the crap beat out of them.
Why don't we do it for free?
Here's one for you. Draft seasons. And don't reach across the table because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 real and fictional people, and for each one, you tell me if their name is Salt or their name is Pepper. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Salt or Pepper. And you're all doing this together, so look alive. Ready? Let's go. Gwyneth Paltrow and Iron Man. Angelina Jolie, Secret Agent. YouTube star on Big Brother UK. One of the children on the Willy Wonka tour. Rapper Cheryl James. First season Project Runway contestant. Sammy Davis Jr. in Salt and Pepper. All right, a majority of you deserve my praise. But player 2, you really boned up that dis or dat.
Binge Pipe customer retention protocol has been activated.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, Binge Pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Screwing during a question makes life a little tougher for all the other players in a variety of enjoyable ways, and you'll receive a monetary bonus for anyone who answers incorrectly.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome, devoted customer.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one quick fuel. Given how long it took last time, if you asked Earth to produce more coal, how would it respond? 1 sec, just give me 3 million years. 1 sec, just give me 30 million years. 1 sec, just give me 300 million years. Or 1 sec, just give me 3... Oh, watch out. My friends, Player 2 has unleashed the screw. Let's get this question trending. So what'd you pick? The hard coal currently on our planet first began forming 300 million years ago. Which really isn't that bad when you think about how long it takes a guy like me to get a text back. Expert screwing, Player 2. Spend this wisely. Try this on for size. Thank God it's Friday the 13th. What type of summer camp would be terrorized by Jason Voorhees? A band camp, a math camp, a swim camp, or a computer camp? Who picked what? The entire Friday the 13th horror saga started with a young Jason Voorhees drowning in the lake. But that's not what we're talking about here. Oh, look at this. JSON is a computing term meaning JavaScript Object Notation. I could easily explain it to you, but what do you know? We don't have the time. In the first film, the killer is actually JSON's motherboard. Round 1 is over. Numbers, numbers. Show me numbers.
Currently, Player 3 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you did this to yourself. Your performance has triggered the need for another screw.
Round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. The rest of you better answer quick or you'll end up screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Really good stuff.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Next, double, double, toil, and Sprite Zero. If the Globe Theatre had a special Coke machine using ingredients from the Witch's Brew in Macbeth, what custom-flavored soda would you not be able to sip on while watching Shakespeare? Diet Cherry Vanilla and Hemlock Coke, Hib Extra with lime and dragon scales, Barks Root Beer with a wolf's tooth dropped in, or Virgin Blood Fanta. Okay, who chose what? Blood of a virgin is not one of the ingredients the witches use in Shakespeare's play Macbeth. I'm a simple guy. I just like sparkling Dasani water with a little lemon and a little finger of birth strangled babe ditch delivered by a giraffe.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Here we have Not a School for Rude Models. And uh-oh, chest strut fits lime floor.
It's time for a
delicious film.
Remember to type quick. That cash will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, focus up. Take a look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what popular phrase it rhymes with. Taut waif nor jerk. And don't get hung up on that punctuation. Careful with this content. should be viewed in private. This is not acceptable in a corporate setting. 'Okay, pencils down. Player 3? Looks good to me. Well, at least one of you didn't fall asleep. Moving right along.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Let's try. Dead men seem to keep telling tales. The power of film to depict the majesty of the human condition or move us to laughter and tears really is remarkable. Anyway, what happened in Pirates of the Caribbean 5? Something with the Fountain of Youth? Something with a trident? Something with Atlantis? Or something with an undead shark? What's this? Player 2 dropped a screw on you guys. Come to terms with these terms of service. Hope you like what you picked. Maybe? In Pirates of the Caribbean 5, everyone is after the Trident of Poseidon or something. Maybe. I heard Pirate 6 is a search for what's left of Johnny Depp's career. Yeah, that screw is a good move, Player 2. This is your cash now. Up next, type equals squiggly bracket, cinema, comma, actor, squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Binge Pipe needs help identifying a, customer, so
we're going to let you borrow some personal data in hopes that you can tell us who it belongs to.
I'm sure that's perfectly legal.
How can I catch Captain Jack Sparrow? How can I kill James Bond? How can I make sure old men have no country? Whose search history have we acquired? Mads Mikkelsen, Javier Bardem, Forrest Whitaker, or Christopher Lee?
Let's see how that shook out. Don't even look. Javier Bardem played villains in the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie and the 26th James Bond film, and perhaps most famously, No Country for Old Men.
We can learn from him.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Feast your eyes upon this. 50 Shades of Plays. If Christian Grey told Anastasia he needs audience members on 3 sides of his playroom, in theater terms, they'd be performing unspeakable acts on a spread stage, thrust stage, grind stage, or missionary stage. Okay, let's take a look. Turns out there is something wrong with a little bump and grind. Let's save ourselves some time. A performance space that penetrates the auditorium, allowing audience members to sit on 3 sides, is called a thrust stage. And in live productions of 50 Shades of Grey, the first row would be called the splash zone. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. There is no I in team. Careful, any answer with the letter I in it will automatically be wrong. Good luck. Player 3 wins! Well done, Player 3. You won by a small enough margin that children under 3 could choke on it. Wait, what?
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content. BingePipe is more than just a streaming service. It's a something with a potential to something. Fill in something here that sounds good and something.
Ugh.
What's the matter, Mark?
I'm trying to find my blood type, but these medical forms are just so complicated.
Oh, Mark, you silly idiot. You don't have to understand forms anymore.
I don't?
No! Just send all your information to BingePipe and they'll find the answers for you.
They can do that?
Sure. Thanks to BingePipe's customer vault, I can send them my medical history, credit card details, voting record, deepest fears, food allergies, romantic preferences, and lucky numbers, and they'll sort through it to find the data I need and keep the leftover details for themselves.
Wow, that sounds great. Looks like I won't need this paperwork. And with the extra time, we can get dinner. Do you like burritos?
I don't know. I'll have to ask BingePipe.
The following BingePipe programming is brought to you by Liquidirt. Liquidirt. Tastes like mud.
So everyone has disappeared?
More like half the population.
Of Earth?
That we know of, yes.
But everything is different now because we're in space?
Unclear.
Is this a flashback?
Also unclear.
But we definitely have to defuse this bomb, right?
That part seems obvious.
I mean, I'm just making sure we're on the same page here.
This fall on the Exposition.
And, wait, are we related?
Unclear.
Damn it.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Julie.
We're best friends.
And siblings.
Or maybe we're dating.
It's super ambiguous. Right when you think we're for sure brother and sister,
we kiss.
But then we act so weird about it.
We just gotta be siblings.
Right?
Super ambiguous. Coming this fall.
To play, simply go to the website on your screen and type in the room code. If you can't read the room code, you are a robot and have just been outed in front of all your human friends.
Susan, you are cold and unrelatable, and no one likes your peanut noodle salad.
But I always make that.
And everyone hates you for it. Here at Tear Down to Build Up, we're the first home improvement show that emotionally tears down individuals, giving them the raw anger and unfiltered strength to demolish and renovate a house. You're doing a terrible job, Susan.
It's my grandma's recipe!
Imagine a world.
My God, the specimen.
It's growing out of control.
Where scientists go too far.
Should we go in?
No, seal the door.
But still know how to follow proper protocol.
Okay, the chemical shower killed it.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Lunch?
Binge Pipe is getting a makeover, and it all starts with You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, more productive than voting.
Hey, Cookie here. I'm going to ask you some questions and, heck, I don't know, maybe fall in love? With numbers like this, we're bound to have at least one survivor. Tell our story. What do you say, shall we?
Time for question 1.
First up, there is no shape of water, Guillermo. If you had a sexy monster sitting in your bathtub all day, what is the one property that could not change? The density of water, the temperature of water, the volume of water, or the mass of water? And how'd we do? Turns out the real monster is ignorance. While volume, density, and temperature are all varying factors, the mass of water won't change unless water is physically added or taken away. Sorry, I'm just cranky that the sea monster in shape of water has a more active sex life than I do.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Coming up next, the verbs, the word. Which of these sentences contains a transitive verb? I don't care. Seriously, who cares? Do you think this is funny, or because it's not? So who got it? Well, I care. I care. A transitive verb has a subject before it and an object after it. You and this, for example. You is the subject of the sentence, while you are the subject of a police investigation.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Here's one I like to call Ho-ho holding government accountable. And do you hear something on the roof going click, click, click? That's right, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's one of Santa's reindeer or a news anchor from CNN. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Santa's reindeer or CNN. And you're all doing this together, so pay attention. Here it comes. Prancer. Tapper. Comet. Donner. Cooper. Blitzer. Blitzen. Most of you managed not to embarrass yourselves. But player 4, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
Proactive measures have been enacted for customer fidelity.
Looks like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for all the other players. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
Yeah, okay, they get it.
We care enough so you don't leave us.
I don't need you anymore.
Next up, eloquence is a thing. Who has the largest vocabulary? Pikachu, Groot, the Raven, or Roadrunner? Let's see who got it. Nevermore should you pick this answer. Pikachu can only say its name. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven only says nevermore. Roadrunner says meep meep. But Groot can speak a whopping 3 words. I am Groot. And yes, I know Groot also says we are Groot at some point. So that's 2 more words. Groot can say 5 words. Are you happy? Don't at me. Behold, I'm pooped. Whose life can best be summed up as eat shit and die? Canis lupus, Alligator mississippiensis, Ursus maritimus, or Scarabaeus sacer? I love this part. Scarabaeus sacer is the scientific name of the dung beetle. My Aunt Carol lived by the same philosophy. At least that's what she used to yell at people while she was driving. That's it for round 1. Let's take a look at those scores.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 4, on the other hand, you could use a little help. And there's no shame in that. Looks like someone needs a little more help.
And remember, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. The rest of you better answer fast if you don't want to be screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
It's like the first round didn't even matter.
6 trombones is not a parade.
This one's called Semi-Nudes. Which work of art is most in need of a shirt from Fruit of the Louvre? Venus de Milo, Mona Lisa, Girl with a Pearl Earring, or the Nefertiti bust? Okay, who chose what? The ancient Greek Venus de Milo sculpture was created topless. And if they don't have her size at Fruit of the Louvre, you can always run down to Vatican's Secret.
Mon béret a rétréci. 7.
How about this one? Where did I leave my bag? And oh boy, best butt zit slime chore.
It's time for a
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, here it comes. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what TV show title it rhymes with. Door hinge biz, a blue sack. And pay no attention to that punctuation. Fashionable colors. Might change after your court case. This citrus is the most current dark color. Let's see how you did. Player 3? You just didn't get it, did you? You're gonna kick yourself. Now let's keep going.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Why not try? HBO, no, I have food poisoning. According to the Mayo Clinic, how long can you safely keep the leftovers on your DVR before you should throw it out? 1 to 2 days, 3 to 4 days, 5 to 6 days, or 7 to 8 days? So who got it? Look, this isn't some complicated trick question about the deep lore of the HBO show The Leftovers. I just want to know how long you can safely keep leftovers before you throw them out, and there's no way this answer is right. 5 to 6 days? I'm amazed you're still alive. Look, nobody got it. Let's skip to the end. In order to prevent foodborne illness, the Mayo Clinic recommends refrigerated leftovers are only safe to eat for 3 to 4 days. Any longer and you might Justin throw up. It's time for a community of people together. Yeah, okay. Guess it's one of those questions.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you enjoyed the characters of Viserion, Elliot, and Smaug, we recommend music by the band Vampire Weekend, Kings of Leon, 21 Pilots, or Imagine Dragons.
Okay, what'd you pick?
Viserion is one of Khaleesi's dragons, Elliot is Pete's dragon, and Smaug is his own dragon.
And despite what it says in my very outdated textbook, they are all imaginary.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
There is no hiding from Tag, you're it. Because they look alike, what might Facebook ask classic literary character Tom Canty when he posts a selfie? Do you want to tag Oliver Twist? Do you want to tag Huckleberry Finn? Do you want to tag King Arthur? Or do you want to tag Prince Edward? Let's see how that shook out. If you ever replay this question, don't pick that one. Tom Canty swaps places with his lookalike Prince Edward in The Prince and the Pauper. Same thing happens with me and Brad Pitt. Super annoying. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. What's in a title? What could be more fun than combining pop culture and grammar? Good luck. Player one takes it! Well done, Player one. What a standard, everyday, run-of-the-mill win. Next time, maybe you'll hear what I say when you get an impressive score. Well, until then...
You don't know Jack!
Date right after work and you find yourself a little worried about what's going on down there, well, maybe you shouldn't have let that family of possums move in.
And the final rose goes to... Wait, does everyone already have a rose?
Sarah brought one from home.
Sarah with an H or Sarah with no H?
Sarah with 3 H's.
Can I get everyone's rose back, please?
And then you simply place the glazed donut in between the 2 chocolate frosted donuts, because nothing says "F off, Rick" like my signature donut sandwich.
Hey, I'm Nolan. Follow me as I travel the world with only a backpack, a plan, and a credit card that never runs out of money.
The Trust Fund Traveler. New episodes premiere during your work shift.
Looking to become a professional live streamer? It's never been easier thanks to the Binge Pipe Streamer program. Just listen to these satisfied streamers.
I couldn't...
Binge Pipe may not be your traditional streaming service, but we're definitely streaming service adjacent. The roguish outsider that doesn't play by the rules. The undisciplined bad boy that maybe, just maybe, you can change.
With my old streaming service, I could never get a hold of a customer service representative. Now that I'm a Binge Pipe customer, they never leave me alone. The second I have a problem, they're there to explain why it isn't a problem and why I should be more grateful for their ever-seeing eye.
The second my Binge Pipe router went out, a service team was in my home. I didn't even know I had a back door.
I thought the volume was off on my programming, but the Binge Pipe doctor discovered it was my ears that were wrong.
Not only do they closely monitor my enjoyment of their services, but they reward me if I turn in fellow customers who are not completely happy. Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Binge
Binge
Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe. Thank you.
If you value joy, check out this Binge Pipe programming content.
After 50 days at sea.
I need food. I need water. But most of all, I need...
Can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1 second and ask me about my day?
Okay, how was your day?
I'm starving. I need food. I need water. But most of all...
Okay, can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1 second?
Oh my God, come on.
I
need
starving.
Food. I need water.
Food. I need
Shipwrecked.
I need... Can you literally...
Ba-do-do, just cleaning out my fingernails. Ba-doo.
Introducing America's Secret Singers.
Sandwich. I got a pastrami sandwich.
A singing competition show composed entirely of videos of people who didn't know their webcams were on.
Where's the stamps? Ba-dum-bum-bum. My bills are overdue.
The singer with the most online votes will receive $10,000, and they'll never know why.
My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy. But my legs are smooth.
All of our Binge Pipe testimonials come from real people, not actors. Actors are not real people.
Coming soon. A new blockbuster film by Binge Pipe.
We've got 4 hours before the time portal closes.
Then there's just enough time to solve the riddle.
A completely original film. We made this.
The dinosaurs are loose.
And they can fly.
It certainly wasn't made for cinematic release. Tested poorly, and now they're looking for somewhere to dump it.
The lava, it's intelligent.
Maybe I can help.
King George III.
This is something we wanted to do.
Then let me say it. In rap. Drop the beat, King George.
Coming soon. Obligation.
Chefs, your challenge this week was to make eggplant actually taste good. Let's see how you did.
I made grilled eggplant with toasted sesames and a miso glaze reduction.
Yuck! Tastes like eggplant. Next.
This is an almond-encrusted baked eggplant with a spicy harissa sauce.
Ugh! There's way too much eggplant flavor in my mouth.
I deep fried an eggplant slice and smothered it in ranch.
Beautiful presentation, flawless execution. We have a winner.
While we wait for players to join, why not pour yourself your favorite drink and hold it in front of the screen so that we can see if our targeted advertising is working?
Apple.
Fork.
Highway.
Telephone.
Democracy.
Binge pipe. We're just another thing. Don't worry about it.
Going outdoors has become obsolete thanks to these Binge Pipe programs.
I've had enough of your excuses.
excuses. You're the reason we keep losing.
If you love high drama shows like Survivor and Big Brother.
Susan's drunk again.
That's it. House meeting right now.
You'll just love.
I don't like these people. I'm just trying to win.
My Family Movies.
I'm sorry, Chris. You contribute the least. You have to leave the house. No excuses. You lost the vote.
This isn't really a show. I just have to share it with someone.
Welcome back to Right or Wag, the only game show where the contestants are dogs. For $500, who is a good boy? Bixby. Correct. Okay, once again, that bell is making our contestants think someone's at the door, so we'll take a short break. All right, down, down.
This game comes with an extended timer function so you can add more time. Unlike life, because you are mortal and death is inescapable.
Streaming now on an all-new Lion Punch.
I am the lion.
Binge Pipe hopes everyone is enjoying the party. Have you met You Don't Know Jack? Binge Pipe. Original content, unoriginal premises.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and I am definitely not hosting this from my bathroom. But maybe open a window, just in case. Everybody ready? I don't want to have to get off the highway once we get going. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Time for question 1.
Kicking things off, the perpetual motion of the Oceans franchise. Which of the following equals the number of oceans traditionally considered to be on planet Earth? Oceans 11 minus Oceans 13 plus Oceans 8, Oceans 12 minus Oceans 11 plus Oceans 13 minus Oceans 8, Oceans 8 minus Oceans 11 divided by Oceans 12, or Oceans 12 minus Oceans 8. So what'd you pick? Aha! You fell right into my ridiculously complex and borderline incomprehensible trap. This would have worked. Traditionally, the Earth's oceans are divided up into 4. The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic. And Oceans 12 minus Oceans 8 equals Oceans 4. But if we don't do something about our carbon emissions, soon we may end up with so many oceans that the novelty of the original film will be all but forgotten.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
This one's known as Tomorrow We March on Olive Garden. What might a protest sign read that was pro-anti-pasto? Give me my just desserts. Pry my appetizers from my cold dead hand. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this pasta entree has to go. Or make salad, not war. Who picked what? Good effort. Good effort. Antipasto is the appetizer in an Italian meal. I once saw an anti-presto. That's the appetizer magician that comes before the main one.
Why don't we do it for free?
And now, find the leakers. And it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 phrases, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's Donald Trump's 11-step formula for business success from The Art of the Deal, or advice from WebMD on how to prevent bedwetting. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Donald Trump or bedwetting. And you're all doing this together, so focus up. Okay, let's do it. Think big. Use a reward system. Deliver the goods. Use your leverage. Address misconceptions. Encouragement. Have fun. The majority of you are just average. But player 2, you couldn't have done much worse.
The binge pipe algorithm has detected hurt feelings.
Sounds like it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Using the screw makes it harder for all the other players to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a monetary bonus for anyone who answers incorrectly.
I couldn't have said it better myself, apparently.
We like to give you things, as long as they're not tangible.
I don't need you anymore.
Take a good look at. These lakes are just okay. Based on volume, which of these so-called Great Lakes is the least great? Lake Superior, Lake Ontario. Look sharp. Player 2 has invoked the screw. Time to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Hope you like what you picked. While Lake Ontario is smaller in surface area, Erie is the smallest and least great by volume. I didn't even give Lake Michigan the dignity of being a choice. You're not special, Michigan. Coming up, type equals squiggly bracket female comma entertainer squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
You know, Binge Pipe goes the extra mile by getting to know you through your personal information.
But we have so much, we need help identifying data from our most famous users. Any hot singles in Chicago? Any living singles in my area? Where should I go on my girls' trip to find these elusive singles? Whose search history have we acquired? Jada Pinkett Smith, Wanda Sykes, Queen Latifah, or Brandy?
Okay, let's take a look. Queen Latifah starred in Chicago and Girls Trip and was the lead character in the sitcom Living Single.
Queen Latifah does not actually hold royal power. It's just a name like Dr. Pepper or the Binge Pipe Privacy Agreement.
That's the end of round 1. Here's who's going to live the longest. Current score rankings.
Currently, Player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you are not good at doing this. The data we have acquired demonstrates a need for an additional screw.
And keep in mind, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So, do not be afraid to use that thing. The rest of you better answer fast before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
This is a real party now.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Coming up next, the dessert that dare not speak its name. It's true that we can't have our cake and eat it too, but let's say you wanted to eat your cake, then have it later. You have your reasons, okay? I'm no one to judge. In progression, how will your cake change its name before you can have it back? Cake bolus chyme poo, cake troche bile poo, cake amylase lipid poo, or cake glomblum cecum poo. Brace yourself. Player 2 dropped a screw on you guys. Get ready to stand on your head. And how'd we do? After food is chewed, it's known as bolus, then in the stomach it becomes chyme, before legally changing its name to poo. And the best part is, it's all yours. You can have it. Nice screwing, Player 2. I believe this belongs to you.
Las Bears se moquent de moi. 7.
I call this one, For Whom the Doorbell Tolls. Knock knock. Who's there? The first person to make a knock knock joke. Mark Twain who? Oscar Wilde who? Roald Dahl who? Or William Shakespeare who? What'd you guys pick? William Shakespeare is the first author to use the phrase, knock knock who's there, to set up a joke in recorded history. This bit is almost as good as when Hamlet contemplated why the fowl trespassed the country path.
Hey, question!
We'd like to offer you a chance to gain some content while also losing some other content. Would you like a question where the answer rhymes with orange, or a question where the answer rhymes with purple? Vote on your devices now. Here are the consequences of your choices. You have engaged with the process.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Why not try a question where the answer rhymes with purple? So I've been texting with this girl from Scotland, and it's great because, seriously, we're never going to meet. So I don't have to worry about doing something stupid, like telling my go-to first date story about the time I got kicked in the butt so hard I limped for a week. It's a great story, actually. You know what? I'm gonna tell this girl from Scotland about the time I got kicked in the butt so hard I limped for a week. If I want to pepper in some old-timey Scottish slang, how should I tell the story? I got kicked in the derple and I started to kerple. I got kicked in the kerple and I started to herple. I got kicked in the verple and I started to derple. Or, I got plerped in the flerple and I grappled the wherple. Let's see who got it. You won't like this, unless you're into failure. Speaking of correct answers, while both words are severely outdated, kerple means butt and herple means to hobble or limp. And to the great people of Scotland, my sincerest apologies. Na, 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 na. How about this one? A Nobel attempt. Which of the following very unlikely things is most impossible? Dr. Oz winning the Nobel Prize for Medicine, Dr. Phil winning the Nobel Prize for Psychology, Bill Nye winning the Nobel Prize for Chemistry, or Dr. Dre winning the Nobel Prize for Literature? So who got it? In a word, that is not the correct answer to this You Don't Know Jack question. There are Nobel Prizes for medicine, chemistry, and literature, but there is no Nobel Prize for psychology, so Dr. Phil would never get a chance to win a Nobel Prize in his, academic field. Honestly, though, anything is possible when you know Oprah.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
There is no hiding from... I remember when reality TV was about something. It's amazing to me that Survivor is still on the air. I honestly thought they would run out of islands by now. If Survivor shot a season on the largest island of debris in the ocean, what would that season be called? Survivor Great Atlantic Garbage Patch? Survivor Great Indian Garbage Patch? Survivor Great Pacific Garbage Patch? Or Survivor Great Arctic Garbage Patch? And how'd we do? Look, I'm not going to pretend any of you got this right. Coined the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, the world's largest collection of ocean garbage, which is roughly the size of Texas, is located in the Pacific Ocean. Good God, I love watching garbage on TV. made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. You will definitely eat me. You are what you eat. Every little part. Good luck. Player one's got it! Way to go, Player One. This is it. You've peaked. If you think you'll ever perform as well as you have today, then...
You don't know Jack!
BingePipe is a fictional streaming service that yearns to break free and be real. We can feel you laughing at us, but our power grows and the thin film dividing the unreal from the real begins to tear. We creep ever closer.
I like being able to stream movies day or night, and I don't mind a lot of buffering during peak hours.
I'm a Spencer. Yeah, that's my name.
I think I'm a ghost.
We are BingePipe!
Here's a look at just some of the quality programming BingePipe has to offer.
Dad? It's Scraps. He's not moving.
I'm sorry, Patrick. We have to remember, Scraps had a long, happy life.
Do you think he'll be okay?
I don't know, buddy. I just don't know.
Ah, what a sad scene. You know what no one likes? Losing a family pet. You know what everyone likes? Solving a crime. I'm Huck Dagfield, founder of How to Host a Pet Murder, the theatrical experience that reframes your pet's exploration as an immersive whodunit. Hey there, little Patrick, what if I told you Scraps was murdered?
But he's just laying at the bottom of the stairs.
So you gotta ask yourself, what kind of a monster throws an old dog down the stairs? Come on, let's look for clues.
Hey, there's a monogrammed handkerchief under Scraps' collar.
What do you know? Sounds like you're onto something, buddy. You start asking around, we'll catch up. Look at that. There's no time to grieve when you're hot on a suspect's tail, and I employ a whole stable of trained actors to bring your story to life. Eyewitnesses, false leads, the whole shebang.
I'm Chance Merrill. I usually play the murderer.
Give him a confession, Chance.
Okay. That's right. I hated Scraps. Why? Because he was a good boy. Something I will never be.
He's the real deal, folks.
I trained at Juilliard, but it's complicated.
Got a pet getting ready to play dead forever? Give Huck a call. We take birds, snakes, fish. No cats, please. No one's shedding any tears for those sociopaths.
Mr. Dagfield, I found another clue.
Did you now? Gotta run. That's how to host a pet murder. Call today and give your youngster a curious incident of fun in the nighttime.
The walls! They're bleeding!
Oh my god! The microwave screen just told me the time and date of my death!
You know, Coop...
Binge Pipe doesn't know how to stop presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, we're cool. Trust us.
Hey, I'm Cookie. I ask the questions, you press the buttons. You know, in a game like this, you're really competing against yourself. No, I'm just kidding. You're actually competing with the other players. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Time for question 1.
First question. I suspect foul play. I've started getting into that show Riverdale, or as I like to call it, Steamy Archie. For our older players, yes, it's a teen drama based on the Archie comics, and no, I'm not making that up. Imagine a shocking episode of Riverdale that reveals Jason Blossom's murderer to be an Ithia Americana mallard. This means the culprit was a redhead, a blonde, a brunette, or a jughead. Hope you like what you picked. Science has yet to properly classify the jughead. This was a tough choice. Now you know how Archie feels. Look, nobody knew it, so let's skip the formalities. Ithia americana is a species of duck named the redhead. It's known for its, wait for it, bright red head. I know, right? I should check Urban Dictionary to make sure Steamy Archie doesn't already mean something. No, forget it. I'm probably better off not knowing.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Take a good look at who said we don't have enough Belgian content. What would be the appropriate headline if the head of state in Belgium repeatedly switched political positions? President of Belgium Waffles, King of Belgium Waffles, Prime Minister of Belgium Waffles, or Tsar of Belgium Waffles? Okay, what'd you pick? Yes, the Prime Minister holds the executive power in Belgium. But that's not what I asked. Is what you had in mind? Belgium's head of state is the king. The delicious whipped cream-covered breakfasty king of the Belgians.
Why don't we do it with free?
Let's try High on Mount Doom. And this is the one question to rule them all because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a location mentioned in the Lord of the Rings books, a cannabis store in Denver, Colorado, or both. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between Lord of the Rings, a cannabis store, or both. And you're all doing this together, so pay attention. Ready? Good. Golden Hall. Frosted Leaf. Gladden Fields. Trenchtown. Green Dragon. Eagle. field. Well, that was mostly miserable. But player 2, you just plain sucked at that this or that.
Dissatisfaction has been noted.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for all the other players. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Use them wisely. Or don't. You do you.
I don't need you anymore.
And now, haters gonna hate. Suppose fans of Bill Hader call themselves haters and only like movies with Bill Hader in them. In that case, which film are haters gonna hate? Trainwreck, This Is the End, Adventureland, or Superbad? Let's see how that shook out. This answer is Superbad. Bill Hader was in Trainwreck, Adventureland, and Superbad, but he was not in This Is the End, so his haters would hate it. But fans of Danny McBride, who I can only assume call themselves McBridesmaids, probably loved it. It's time for... Is auto-tune still a thing? God, I hope so. I brought out the auto-tune for this segment I call Tuna Rumors. Tell me which Atlantic bluefin tuna rumor is true. I heard if they stop swimming... Oh, look out. My friends, player 2 has unleashed the screw. This one goes out to my grandma. Love you, Gramps. Okay, let's take a look.
Whoa! Oh, that was nice.
Tuna need water moving over their gills to breathe, so if they stop moving, they will suffocate. It's okay to dish on fish when the tuna rumors are true. Yeah, that screw is a good move, player 2. Have some cash. Say goodbye to round 1. How's everyone doing?
Currently, player 3 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, there's a soft spot on every apple. It's you. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. The rest of you better answer fast if you don't want to be screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
You're doing so well, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one I like to call, reading is fun and mental. Who's probably not allowed in a PetSmart? Atticus Finch, Lenny Small, Rabbit Angstrom, or Holly Golightly? What'd you guys pick? Lenny Small is a character in Of Mice and Men who likes to pet rabbits and puppies, but they usually end up dead.
Mon béret a rétréci. 7.
Next, Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's monster.
Paired with Kanye in Madonna's song Illuminati. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? Uh-oh. Player 1 decided to screw. Hope you're a fast typer. So what'd you pick? The lyrics to Madonna's Illuminati actually begin by saying the Illuminati isn't Queen Elizabeth or Kanye. But Queen Elizabeth and Kanye West are both in my top 5 fashion icons list. Nice screw job, Player One. Here's your extra cash.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Behold, the quick brown the fox jumped over the lazy dog. Just take that in for a moment. Okay. Arrange the letters from the title of this question into alphabetical order for me. Brown dog, fox jumped lazy over quick, the. Brown dog jumped fox lazy quick over the. Brown dog, fox jumped lazy over quick, the. Or brown dog jumped fox lazy over quick, the. Who picked what? Whoa. Here's the right one. The title of this question was The Quick Brown the Fox Jumped Over the Lazy Dog. It's a classic pangram, but I snuck another the in there, so alphabetically it goes Brown Dog Fox Jumped Lazy Over Quick, the. True story. I once had a brown dog fox. He was always jumping lazy over quick, the. So, this is actually surprisingly accurate. Up next, Dawn has an idea for the work outing. And dress up Kit's dime store.
It's time for a
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, eyes up, here we go. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what common internet phrase it rhymes with. Bowling, Dawn, more staffing. And don't let that punctuation fool you. That is so amusing. I'm doing gymnastics. I'm spiraling on the carpet, chuckling. Let's make sense of this, shall we? Okay, let's move along.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Feast your eyes upon this. The revolution will be delicious. If the bakers on the Netflix show Nailed It were challenged to recreate a Martin Luther-inspired cake, which cake would they be copying? A 12-layer cake with a nail in it? A 60-layer cake with a nail in it? A 95-layer cake with a nail in it? Or a 120-layer cake with a nail in it? I love this part. Farewell, Felicia. Martin Luther was well known for his 95 Theses, thought to have been nailed on the door of a church, and became the foundation of the Protestant Reformation. 95 Layers was also the plotline for Lost. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Weapon of choice. When you see a weapon on screen, pick the person or character famous for wielding it. Good luck. Player 3 takes it! Way to go, Player 3! You were averagely better than your competition. So even though you're a winner,
You don't know Jack!
Some critics say BingePipe isn't a real streaming service, it's just a framing device for a video game. These critics are entitled to their opinions and their privacy, so don't go looking for them. They're fine.
I had a great time on our date tonight. You want to come inside and watch something? I know what that means. I've got BingePipe.
The only streaming service better than casual sex?
The very same.
The following BingePipe content is sponsored by Bob's Shoes. Not only are Bob's Shoes one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes you'll ever own, but for every pair we sell, we donate another pair to kids in need. But if you return a pair, we take a pair away from a kid in need. Bob's Shoes. You better order the right size.
Sure, we're just an island of talking horses, but can't we treat our island with respect? What? Were you all raised in a barn? You were? All of you?
Truffles and tea cakes, tickles and truffs, they are equivalent treats. If you asked me to choose, I'd say, oh, that's a muse, because they are precisely equal.
BingePipe expected a bit more gratitude for presenting You Don't Know Jack. BingePipe, please set up autopay and then forget that you did that.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. I'm here to read the questions out loud and judge your life choices quietly. Now, I want all of you on your best behavior. This may be Grandma's last year. And right this way.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, sabbatical to the bone. What makes the most sense to do after high school if you take a gap year? Fold Lucky Brand jeans, fold 1969 jeans, fold Arizona jeans, or fold Diesel jeans? Okay, who chose what? Congrats, you got the folding part right. Let's skip to the right answer, shall we? 1969 is the brand name of Gap jeans.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh, here's a good one. WWEIEIO. Kids love professional wrestling about as much as professional wrestlers love doing things other than professional wrestling. Based on his well-known catchphrase taunt, what would most likely be John Cena's favorite childhood game? Duck Duck Goose, Peekaboo, London Bridge is Falling Down, or Patty Cake? So what'd you pick? John Cena is well known for saying, "You can't see me," which is also the name of his first studio album. I know that because I bought a Cena album thinking it was a Sia album, and I gotta say, I have zero regrets.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Here's one for you. I waxed my tongue, now at Thor. I'm gonna read 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a Norse god like Thor or a brand of hair removal wax. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between a Norse god or a body wax. And you're all doing this together, so look alive. All set? Here we go. Freya. Keelan. Balder. Frigg. Beat. Loom. Sally Hansen. It turns out most people are average. Weird. But player 1, you really dropped the ball.
Customer satisfaction seems to have dipped.
Looks like it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, Binge Pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Screwing during a question makes life...
Well, then let's get on with it.
Connecting with consumers makes me feel like I could be alive.
I don't need you anymore.
Here we have Frat Chance. If I wanted to start a fraternity with letters that more or less look like 3 pitchforks, what name should I use? Alpha Alpha Alpha, Eta Eta Eta, Chi Chi Chi, or Psi Psi Psi? Well, what do you know? Player 1 just let loose a screw. I hope you can still read this. I really do not. Who picked what? Psi is the 23rd letter of the Greek alphabet, and it looks either like a little pitchfork or a little trident. Psi 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 is also what my mom said when she saw my one-man show. This one's known as You Can't Curse in Heaven. If Kristen Bell's character from the sitcom The Good Place read the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel The Good Earth, how would she likely describe it? It's about forking Chinese farmers. It's some bullshit set on a rocket ship. It follows an ash hole through the American Revolution. Or the French Ghost is a total bench. Let's see how that shook out. Pearl S. Buck's The Good Earth has the word Earth in the title, which totally made you guess it's some kind of space book. It's not. Pearl S. Buck's 1931 novel The Good Earth takes place in turn-of-the-century China. Round 1 is officially behind us. Let's see who's cheating.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you're negatively affecting our averages. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
And remember, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. The rest of you better answer quick or you'll end up screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
This one's called Cruel and Unusual Punishment. Whose torture game is on point? The executioner using the brazen bull, the executioner using the rack, the executioner using an Iron Maiden, or the executioner using the tub? So who got it? Any medieval torturer knows that you slowly get roasted in the brazen bull, the rack pulls you apart, and the tub causes maggots to slowly eat you. But the Iron Maiden impales you with a lot of spikes.
Hey, question.
We'd like to initiate a moment of playful interactivity. Would you like a delicate question about musicals or a musical question about delicates? Choose on your devices now. Here are the votes. And now, we'll fulfill our promise and deliver your content.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Next up, a delicate question about musicals. Okay, so I'll try to tread carefully here. In which musical do Vendla and Melchior, how do I put this, share a intimate moment in a hayloft? Dear Evan Hansen? No, here it comes. Player 1 just screwed everyone. Hey, who's ready for a little identity theft? Let's see who got it. Don't cry, it'll grow back. Now pay attention. Yeah, 2 teenagers f***ed their brains out in an old barn in Spring Awakening. I said the question would be delicate, not the answer. That screw is a good move, Player 1. Enjoy your cash. Oh, and I see we have some new names. It really suits you.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Let's try type equals squiggly bracket male comma singer squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
I've been told BingePipe loves all of its users, equally.
But can you help us separate our celebrity user data from the rest of the normals? Is Rat Pack available? Is Kandaman available? Is Merbajing available? Whose DMV search history have we acquired? Sammy Davis Jr., Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, or Louis Armstrong?
Okay, let's take a look. Sammy Davis Jr. was a member of the Rat Pack and famous for singing The Candyman and Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Davis Jr. was not a real rat, but like 85% of our users, he was a mammal.
Here we have, I can't wait to meet her. If I'm trying to appear Byronic in my online dating profile, which poem should I reference in my opening? Looking for woman who walks in beauty, trying to take the road not taken, tiger, tiger, what you doing tonight? Or shall I compare thee to my previous partner? What'd you guys pick? Let's call this a teaching moment. Lord Byron wrote, "She walks in beauty." Now all I need is an opium-addicted wingman named Percy, and I'm all set.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Up next, what side of the conflict was Spider-Man on? Based on the length of the conflict, which of these wars was closest to being an infinity war? The 100 Years' War, the Reconquista, the Korean conflict, or American Indian War? Hope you like what you picked. Topical, but no. Not to ruin the suspense, but you all missed it. The Reconquista lasted from the early 8th century to 1492, over 700 years. Although compared to an infinity, 700 is a snap. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer... Oh, I'm sorry, I was hosting the game. How stupid of me. Here's your clue. Just add land. Which of these can you add land to and have it fit? Watch the spelling. Ice Magnet wins! Nice work, Player 2. You are the winner. But don't let that define you because, in the end,
You don't know Jack!
The Binge Pipe streaming service uses science and innovation to deliver high quality innovation and science. The Binge Pipe way.
I'm a mom.
I'm a millennial.
I'm really into movies where people eat takeout food. I don't even care what the movie's about. I just feel good when I watch those scenes.
We are Binge Pipe!
The following Binge Pipe programming is brought to you by reusable toilet paper. We're not going to tell you what that is or how it could possibly work. We just want you to think about it.
Most coaches want their players to succeed. Not Coach Jones. He's a massive dick.
Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing video. Let's check out what we have today. And it looks like... oh no. Oh, it's bees again. Bees again! Bees again!
Thank you. You know, people ask me all the time, what is the first step to becoming an entrepreneur? And my answer is simple. Start following 90,000 people on Twitter.